Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Ed and Eddy, the Mis-Edventures, for the Sony PlayStation 2. This is, I believe, the 7th game in my PS2 Odyssey that led me to getting a capture device and playing PlayStation 2 games for the channel. There was the first Sly Cooper game. There was Jak and Daxter. There was Sly 2. There was Ratchet and Clank. There was Sly 3. There was PK Out of the Shadows. And now this game. I keep forgetting that this is like this is nth game of a series of PlayStation 2 games that I played before I decided, hey, let's get a capture device and play this for the internet. Anyway, Ed and Eddy, the Mis-Edventures. This is based on the long-running Cartoon Network show, which ran from the late 90s all the way up to, good grief, 2007, 2008. This one had new episodes for a long time, and eventually had its own movie of sorts, too. And just like on the cartoon, just like on the TV show, you play as the three Ed boys, Ed, Ed, and Eddy. You concoct little schemes to get money out of all the other kids in the cul-de-sac, try to get rich, only to fail miserably. As all the episodes, most, if not all the episodes, were wont to be like. And, not surprisingly, the game is no exception. I remember watching this back in middle school, 99, 2000-ish. I liked how zany this show was. And if you like the show, you're gonna like the video game. It really captures the spirit of the show. Even if it's not a perfect game, and even if it has its flaws. And as you can see, even though this is one of those 3D platformer type games, there's quite a bit of stuff to do. There's a slightly big amount of stuff to do. I mean, we're seeing a lot of things getting done in this demo here. And I might as well just go ahead and press start right now. So, gonna start a new game. As you can see, just like all the other PlayStation 2 games that I've played before, I've played this to 100% completion. This Let's Play will be no exception. So let's go ahead and play this game from the very beginning. And the title cards double as loading screens. The more colorful it is, the more that has been loaded. Nice concept, that.
So, Sockhead, where are we gonna get enough ice to make snow cones?
I'm sure we could locate sufficient frost shavings in the backyard coolers of the neighborhood kids, Eddy.
I am cool like a cabbage, guys.
And now it's time for the first level of this game, Cool Your Ed. Collect ice cubes to make snow cones. We need to break the coolers to get the ice cubes. We use the ice cubes to make the snow cones. How are we going to do that? We're going to find that as we get through the game. Or this very level, actually. Alright. So am I moving around with the control pad? We can move around. And as soon as we move forward, the game tells us what to do. Select Ed by pressing the R1 button. So R1 lets you switch characters. We switch from Eddy to Double D to Ed. When an object glows, it means you can interact with it by pressing the triangle button. So use the D-pad or the left analog stick, move to an object like this trash can, for example. When it glows green like this, press triangle as Ed. You can pick it up by pressing triangle again, You can throw it. Good work. Ed's special ability is to lift and throw objects.
Look, guys! There's a cooler by Jimmy! You finally have a chance to use your head, Ed! Come on, Lumpy! Show that cooler who's boss!
And by approaching this cooler, Eddy tells us to break it. Press the square button to do a basic attack. Try this on the cooler. Let's do that. And by breaking the cooler, we not only get an ice cube, but a squirrel comes out and scares Jimmy away. I don't think his name's Jimmy. I forgot what his name is already. It's been so long since I've watched the show. But we might as well go ahead and continue. First, I do attack the garbage just in case anything's inside it, which there isn't, but you never know. And we can now switch to Eddy by pressing the R1 button. We are now playing as Eddy. He's the short one. I should probably mention who the Eds are, at least I remember them. Ed is the tall one. Ed Single D is the tall one. He's the one who says weird things some of the time. And he can attack things with his head, and he can throw objects. Eddy is the shortest of the three. He's the one who usually concocts the schemes to get the money out of all the kids in the cul-de-sac. And by pressing the circle button, you can launch a stink bomb. Most enemies are stunned by stink bombs. Animals can be picked up by Ed, but first you need to stun them. Now, these squirrels will not hurt us, though there are some that will. And we're going to switch to Ed. I didn't want to throw that bottle. I do want to attack and grab the squirrel. And we can throw it. Not much going on around here. I am going to attack the trash just to be safe. You can't really go into any of the houses except for very specific ones. And you'll pretty much figure it out as you go through the stage.
You guys push me, and I will smash the wood with my head.
Press the L1 button with Ed to perform the Batter Ed formation. This move can be used to smash through big objects. So just line yourself up with whatever's highlighted in green, like this stack of wood in this crate. Press L1, and you'll be able to smash through objects just like that. And now there's a chicken. If you approach it, you'll learn about the chicken chase. Chickens are present in each level. Catch the chicken by stunning it with any attack and then grabbing it with Ed. I usually just do the head smash with Ed and then grab him with Ed. Get off me. So when you grab the chicken, you'll get an egg. You want to remember to pick up the egg. Also, that was a bright brown squirrel that attacked us. If they latch on, just keep jumping and you'll eventually get them off. You can attack them, and with 2 attacks, you'll turn them into a bright blue ball, which you can use to refill your health meter, which is in the upper left-hand corner. If you run out of energy, you'll lose one of your infinite lives. You'll go back to the last checkpoint, wherever that may be. You usually don't go back very far. Anyway, let's go through here. And there's another cooler, but there's also a dog. And if you move past a certain point, either you move past a certain point, or you have to be around here for a specific amount of time. But eventually the game tells you to find a cat to lift and throw at the dog to get him away from that cooler. We will do that. There was a cat in the last yard that we were in. And there's the cat. We just need to stun it with any attack that we can. And then we can lift and throw with Ed. Thankfully, the cat will not come out of our grasp. It will not escape us as long as we have him lifted. Throw the cat. As soon as the cat lands on the ground completely, the dog will chase the cat. You won't have to deal with the dog anymore. The dog will attack if you get close enough, so you want to be careful. Anyway, let's go ahead and attack the cooler to get that 3rd ice cube. And press the triangle button with Ed to dig in the sand. If you see a sandbox, dig in it with Ed.
a hole, dig a hole. Dig a hole, dig a hole.
You uncovered a costume piece. Collecting them will allow you to unlock bonus levels.
Try it on, Lumpy. See if it matches your monobrow.
And you definitely want to pick up the costume pieces because this will allow you to complete the game. The costume pieces will only be found inside these sandboxes, so you want to keep a good eye out for them. Anyway, let's go ahead and attack the trash. I'm pretty sure the trash will never have anything in it, though. I'm probably just going to keep attacking it just because. And let's go through the broken part of the fence. Now, in this corner is a collectible. It's not in the trash heap. It's right here out in the open, this little pink thing. That's a jawbreaker. There are 40 of them in the game. You want to grab all of them to complete the game.
Jawbreakers! My favorite food group, next to gravy.
You found a jawbreaker. Collect them all to unlock special features. There are 2 in this level, and thankfully I know where both of them are. Oh.
Look! Another cooler! More ice for my scam! But first, we gotta get rid of that loudmouth sister of yours, Ed. Quick, sockhead! Use your slingshot on Jimmy's dolls!
Violence only begets violence, Eddie.
Do it, you sissy! Launch those water balloons!
Fine, but it will be on your guilty conscience.
So in order to continue on, we need to use Double D's slingshot and shoot the dolls off of the clothesline. To do that, we need to switch to Double D by pressing the R1 button. We are now switched to Double D. Press the R2 button to enter first-person view, and in Double D's case, you'll be able to use the slingshot in the first-person view mode. While in first-person view mode, you can press the triangle, not triangle, press the circle button to use the slingshot. Now jump on the picnic table and use the slingshot on Jimmy's dolls. So, by jumping on the table, we get a good shot at all the dolls. You want to aim a little higher than what you're actually trying to hit here. And that'd be a little better if I didn't hit the wall. And we got him. I guess I didn't have to turn off the microphone on OBS for very long because that was a pretty short cutscene. Let's press R2 to get out of first-person mode. By the way, Eddy and Double D do have their own attacks as well. Eddy attacks with his yo-yo and can use the stink bomb. Ed can just use his head and nothing else. He doesn't do anything if you press circle. And Double D has a slingshot attack that you can use without going in the first-person mode if you press circle. And he attacks with a ruler if you press square. Also make these weird bouncing back noises if you strike with it. So anyway, let's look around here a little bit. There's the cooler. Let's go ahead and smash that. Get the last ice cube. And from here,
We need more ice!
we need to lift and throw squirrels into the window of the house with Ed. You need to throw 3 squirrels into the house so that way you can get in. While I'm here, I want to attack the more brightly colored squirrels. This will get them away from me in case they strike. There we go.
Prepare to meet your doom!
And from here, we have 2 squirrels left, so let's throw them in. Once we do that, we'll have access to this house. Okay. Wow, I cannot turn around very well, apparently. I'm going to go ahead and smash the trash just because I can. And then, let's throw one more squirrel in through the window.
I make a good squirrel tosser, huh, Eddy?
Yeah! Nice job, Monobrow! Let's head in!
And now that we've got Sarah and her friend Jimmy. It is Jimmy. I'm getting him confused with Johnny. I'm getting him confused with Johnny 2x4. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, is that even his name? Earlier in the video. So anyway, we're now in the house. If you go through the screen door, you'll end up back outside. But the door is open, so you know you can go back in. Lift and throw the fridge at the door to weaken it. By throwing the fridge at the door, you can break it.
Okay, Lumpy, let's try batter
Or
on the door.
you can weaken it,
Finish
rather.
off.
And by throwing the fridge, you can also get that last ice cube. Now to use Batter Ed on the door. Switch to Ed, press L1, and you'll break it. Now if you go through that screen door, you'll end up outside, but you're going to be in a different location. We do want to break these crates, though, because inside are coins. There are vending machines and other things we can use the coins with. And we can use those to buy jawbreakers and other things. We're going to need a lot of coins if we want to get a 100% game completion. So, get all the coins that you can when you're playing this game. And now, we are in this open field, which seems to look very farmy.
I am a woodpecker, except with dirt.
Yes, Ed. Yes, you are. And I kind of need you to be one in order to get rid of those two squirrels.
Hey, check out those balls. They're just the right size for my scam.
Hold! Who riles Rolls Radish?
Cool it, Stretch. We're just gonna borrow your machine for a bit.
Surely you've just hands like a baby, Ed boy. Only after you have toiled in filth like the son of a shepherd can you use such a machine. Be gone!
Jeez, what's with that guy?
And before we can use that machine, Rolf stops us from using it. At least I remembered Rolf's name. So, by looking around, we find out that we need to Batter Ed the pig's gate to change Rolf's mind about using the meatball machine. Thankfully, that's the only thing around here that we can do, but we can also break these crates for some more coins, which is what I'm definitely going to do. Alright. Let's line ourselves up with the gate and smash it.
Rolls fold is clean! Ed boys, help Rolls put the sows back in their sty!
Sure thing, Rolf. We get to use the machine when we're done.
Alright. Now we need to lift and throw the pigs back into the pen. And hopefully, our friend Rolf here, assuming he even is our friend, will allow us to use the meatball machine to make the ice for the snow cones. There are 3 pigs in all. Just chase them down, switch to Ed, lift, and throw. You'll be using Ed a lot in this first level, as you can see. And once we get the last pig in, we can use the machine.
Make a hook. You may now use Rolf's machine.
And Rolf is no longer blocking the way to the shed where the machine is. Once you approach the door, you'll go in, and you can switch to double D to activate the machine. Before you do that, though, you want to break these crates for coins, and you want to get the other jawbreaker in the stage. And if we press start, we can pause the game and see our main and current objectives. We can go through the options menu where you can see the costume pieces, Easter eggs, cheats, and other things that we've unlocked, as well as change other things such as the sound of music volume, the autosave, the vibration, camera controls. We can go back to the cul-de-sac, but we'll be going there shortly anyway. We can exit to the main menu, but we can resume just by pressing start. And we can also check our status for the current level as well as any levels that we've been to. As you can see, we've collected everything in this level, so we've done pretty well here. So all we need to do now is switch to double D, go up to machine, press triangle, and we'll activate it. And we will complete the level and get a cutscene.
My, intriguing.
And we have just completed Scam 1, Cool Your Ed. Current game completion, 11%.
Snow cones for suckers! We're gonna be rich, I tell ya!
Yum, meaty.
Well, it almost worked. Too bad they're covered in meat juice due to the Eds not cleaning the machine out. And Ed decided to eat them all like they were jawbreakers. Just eat all those little balls of ice like they were jawbreakers. So much for those snow cones. Anyway, we are now in the cul-de-sac, and okay, that was a bird. I don't know why the bird was flying in place. But in the cul-de-sac, you can explore and go to other places. This is the overworld for Ed and Eddy, the Mis-Edventures. And I will explore this and eventually head to the second level in the next video. I wonder if you can save your game from here already. Well, I suppose if I exited to the menu I could do that, but the game's already auto-saved after completing this level. I don't really need to worry about anything. So, join me next time where we explore the neighborhood. We look around the cul-de-sac to find things to do. And if things go well, if things go right, play the second level. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!